That guy's your brother? Yeah, I'm so sorry.
All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. My name is Brandon, and I'm a high school principal from the U.S. state of Georgia. Doing something a little different today. This is an episode of Drake and Josh, which many of you have recommended. I remember doing the episode Honor Council of this show, but haven't done any others. I'm going to take a minute to do this one, which is called Megan's New Teacher. You all have recommended this specific episode quite a bit, and if I recall, Megan is the actress from iCarly. I've seen her in a few other things now, but I can't wait to see what's in store here. I see this random still frame here of this guy. I can't remember if this is Drake or Josh because I'm not as familiar with the show, but he's in front of a class here. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can't wait to see it. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, take a minute and subscribe by clicking the button below. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, I'll be there. Thank you so much. I just got accepted into the TTT. No, not the TTT. Yeah, the TTT. You don't even know what that is, do you? Not a clue. It stands for Tomorrow's Teachers Today. It's a program that allows people in high school to teach younger kids. It's a very prestigious honor.
Whatever.
Yeah, and that is a real thing, by the way. I've never heard it called the TTT or whatever he called it there, but there are education programs in high school for people who want to be teachers or are interested in that, where you can go through an early childhood education program and you can, after enough time, you can go in and practice teaching or assisting another teacher in teaching lessons. Typically, it is with younger students, like elementary school students, but that is a real thing. And he's going to be in an elementary school class, I guess. And I guess that's where the title of the episode comes from, Megan's New Teacher. I'm guessing this is referring to him. This should be pretty interesting.
Class, say hello to your new student teacher, Josh Nacho.
Nichols. Good morning, students. I'm very excited that I'll be able to... Megan?
Uh-oh.
I swear, I've never seen him before in my life.
Okay, so this should be a little interesting dynamic, and this could potentially happen in real life where a student he wouldn't be called a student teacher per se. I guess you could call him that, but a student teacher, again, is typically someone who is in college and is actually toward the end of their program in college to become a teacher, and they are student teaching. It's typically the last semester of their college education. Josh may be able to come into class, but he wouldn't be a student teacher. He would really be assisting the teacher, but may help teach a lesson or teach a lesson. That is very possible. And the probability of him knowing some people in the class is sort of high, either a sibling of his or of a friend of his or just someone he knows or someone he's seen on the bus or whatever. That is quite possible. Class chores. That's interesting. I don't see anything about a lesson up there. That's a little scary. All right, here we go.
Well, Josh, you certainly seem excited about your first day of student teaching.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be in the teacher's lounge if you need me.
No.
Don't need me.
And I've seen this happen on other shows a couple of times where you have a student teacher and the teacher just leaves and does whatever they want. That would not happen, at least in my experience. You wouldn't have even a college student teacher that just takes control of the whole class and nobody's supervising them and nobody's checking on them. They're just thrown in there. A couple of you have said in the comments that you have seen that, but this is totally different. Josh is a student himself. He is a high school student and he's being left alone with these kids. That would not happen. No. That would not be happening. And especially the attitude of this teacher is really unbelievable. She says, I'll be in the teacher's lounge. And you see him like picking up the microscope and making it seem like he doesn't know what he's doing. And the teacher sees this and then she just leaves. No, that's just asking for problems. And she says, I'll be in the teacher's lounge if you need me. Don't need me. In other words, I don't want to have to deal with my class. I just want to chill in the teacher's lounge that's a problem too. But let's see what happens.
Hey, I'm just bringing my brother some more teaching stuff.
Whatever.
No. This teacher needs a discussion or to just be let go if she really has this attitude. And Drake has not been authorized to be here at all. Keep in mind, these are other people's kids. And if they hear, oh, yeah, we just let some random person in there and he's not part of this teacher program, and the teacher just left and said whatever, and she doesn't care, that's a problem. I would not want to be the attorney of this school district because is going towards a lawsuit here, depending on what they do in this class.
Josh, where do you want the dead guy? It's not a real skeleton. Just put it anywhere.
Come on.
Whoa, you got Megan's class.
Drummer.
Or her brother's.
Well, don't tell them.
Hey, are you playing Frozen Moon by the Bobsleds?
You recognize it from the drum beat?
Well, sure, it's an awesome tune, and you're really good.
Ready to start teaching? Run along.
Yeah, one second. How long have you been playing drums?
I don't know, a few years.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Drake Slavin. See ya.
You want to be in a band?
I'm 11.
Oh, cool. Meet me out in front of school. I'll pick you up.
Go.
He says, I'll pick you up. That's problematic. Yeah, just some random elementary schooler, and I'm going to pick you up, and your parents don't know. And that's just full of problems.
Mr. Nichols. Now, today we're going to be learning about the atom.
My name's Adam.
No, I mean we'll be learning about molecular bonding.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be teaching you guys all kinds of cool stuff about chemistry. So, you're going to need these special textbooks.
Advanced molecular theory.
Interesting.
This is a college textbook.
I know.
Yo, Boo.
And so I'm wondering, either he's going to find out, hey, I can't just do what I like, which is what some teachers do. They teach what they themselves like, which may or may not be what students need to learn. I have seen that before. So I don't know if that's what's going on, or he wants to show them, hey, we can learn, maybe not a college course per se, but we can learn things about that subject, and you shouldn't be scared of more advanced topics. It depends on kind of what he does next with this material. Let's see.
Excuse me, Megan. I'm your teacher.
Sorry, Mr. Boo. This stuff is like way too hard for us.
Okay, what's he gonna do?
All right, look, I believe the kids are much more capable than you're giving credit for.
Okay.
Kevin's eating glue.
Don't you know you're not supposed to eat glue? Look, I just think that young people need to be challenged.
Okay.
And I'm Mr. Challenge.
You said
All right. So far, so good. This is fine. And depending on what he does, that's going to be the big question.
you were Mr. Nichols. I thought he was Mr. Boo.
Uh-oh.
Hey, watch it, all right? I can be quick with the timeouts. Just saying.
That guy's your brother? Yeah. I'm so sorry.
All right.
Good morning, children.
What in the world?
Dog.
Is he Einstein?
Oh, man.
So Megan sees this and he's like, oh, brother, like, what's going to happen now? And, I kind of like this. He is getting into it and he really is taking it seriously. I have seen not student teachers, again, but high school students that are assisting in a class like this that really don't take it seriously, but most do, because by the time you get to this point, you're pretty invested in whatever education program that he is in. And so you are very much considering a career in education and are getting this valuable experience in high school. But again, you wouldn't be just left alone. And the attitude of that other teacher, again, like she needs a discussion or to be let go if she's got that attitude.
I am a very famous person. Who am I?
A hobo?
No, hobos aren't famous. Now, here's a hint. I am a famous scientist.
Okay.
Harry Potter.
No, Harry Potter is a wizard. Think, I am a jamming scientist.
A hobo.
Dude, I'm Albert Einstein.
Yeah, and by the way, I've said before that my experience in elementary school is somewhat limited, but I have had some of that experience. You do get answers like this. Anyone who's taught school for a period of time knows that you do sort of get answers like this sometimes, so that's not completely unrealistic.
You should know this from your homework last night.
I told you we weren't doing it.
Wait a minute. None of you did your homework?
Uh-oh.
I tried to, but I couldn't figure it out. So I asked my mom to help me.
And?
She couldn't figure it out either. So she asked my dad, and then he got mad and went to a motel.
Then I guess I'm going to have to give you all a pop quiz.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
Yo, Einstein, if you give us a quiz on homework we didn't do, we're all gonna fail.
You should have thought of that when you weren't doing your homework.
Oh, goodness. And this isn't a good strategy unless there's something more to it, unless he's trying to show them you know more than you think you know. I don't know what's in this pop quiz, but I'm kind of on the fence right now. Like, is this going to go well? Is he doing the right thing or not? Let's see.
Brother is getting on my nerves.
Yeah, he's bugging me too.
It's not my fault.
All right, children. Oh, no. Security, we've got another hobo in the classroom.
What? No. Okay. All right. So, number one, she should be in her classroom the whole time. She should be in there before class starts. This is like the worst teacher from what I have seen from this lady. And if she really thought he was an intruder, she wouldn't just be like, oh no, like she's annoyed. Like she's just annoyed at this and she's not concerned for the student's safety. And she says, security, we've gotta. And there are schools where there are security officers or a school resource officer in the school that does happen. It's not realistic that she would just be able to casually say security and they just come on right in and deal with this guy. And they wouldn't just immediately mace him. I mean, that's not, he would just say, you know, you need to leave. Come on with me. What are you doing here? He would want to get him out of there first and foremost. So just walking up and macing him. Yeah, that's a problem. Also, a lot of issues here.
Stand down!
Goodness. And think about the kids, man. That's pretty traumatic to have to watch that being done. You're going to need some therapy just from that. And the school is liable for all of that. If there's a lawsuit, hey, you traumatized my child by having this done. You just maced the dude right in the classroom. He didn't even ask him to leave. He didn't say anything to him. He just took out some spray and sprayed him. Wow.
Why would you uninvite me?
Because nobody wants you here.
Yeah, why don't you go hang out with your brother, the teacher?
That's kind of intense. I don't see that happening just because her brother is the assistant. Again, he wouldn't be the teacher. He wouldn't be the student teacher. He's just a high school student himself. But now they're all like ganging up on her in a kind of unrealistic way. This is not very realistic. Would they maybe be upset that their class has taken a bit of a turn? Yeah, but just taking it out on her, especially this aggressively and directly, I don't see that happening. That's kind of unrealistic.
I know that they appreciate me.
Yeah, that must explain the Josh Pinata.
Oh man, terrible.
Neil's grade to an A so we can play with my band on Friday night.
And you're gonna stop challenging on my friends.
No, you kids need to be challenged. And I'll tell you what, I am gonna whip those little kids' brains into shape. You'll see.
And I kind of admire his attitude of wanting to challenge them. He needs to think about the way that he's doing that. That's the only issue. His underlying attitude is all right. It's just that he needs to take a look at, okay, what are their standards? And he should have a teacher there to help him to do that. And the regular teacher just doesn't even care, doesn't want to be there, which is a big problem. It's a bigger problem than really what he's doing. But let's see how this ends here.
Oh, Satan!
Oh, I like that smile. That's a smile full of evil.
Is there any other reason to smile?
You got a plan, tell me.
Well, tomorrow Miss Hunter's gonna watch Josh and evaluate his teaching skills.
I don't know why that helps us.
And by the way, that does happen. Either the regular teacher or the person in charge of the teacher program, they called it the TTT, whatever that is, will come in and do a little evaluation. That is part of the student's grade. Remember, they're doing this for a class, really a high school class. So this does happen. And of course, that happens in the real classroom. Teachers get evaluated in the same way. So I'm guessing she's going to throw off his evaluation somehow. Uh-oh. Oh, don't tell me. They're going to break in. And I've mentioned this before, but schools do have security systems. You can't just break into a school without anyone noticing. That's a bit unrealistic. But I'm wondering what they're even going to do here. Oh, boy.
I walked through the front door. It's a school drink, not a bank.
Yeah, and she wouldn't be allowed to do that either. She says it's a school, not a bank, which I'm not sure when this show was produced, but maybe the security was different at this school. Nowadays, it's taken much more seriously, and most schools do have security systems, alarm systems, cameras, that kind of thing.
Just do your thing.
What? What is this? You see this little kit? It's got liquids and electronics in there as if she's some sort of spy or saboteur. That's kind of interesting for a 5th grader to have.
What allowance did mom and dad give you?
Just go be my lookout.
What? Okay. Oh boy. Whatever that is. What?
What are you doing?
Look, it's a bunny.
And by the way, I have not seen many science classes that just have random, or not even random, but colored liquids lying around in a bunch of test tubes. Every single classroom where they're doing any kind of science, that's what you have. You have just all these different colored liquids laying around. I've never seen that before.
Josh Nichols, are you ready to be evaluated?
I'd be like, what you talking about? Like, you've been gone this whole time. You left me alone. How are you going to evaluate me? You haven't even been here. You've been chilling in the teacher's lounge. I would have gone to the principal, her principal, and say, she's not even here. I need some guidance. I'm supposed to be supervised by someone, and she's just hanging out in the teacher's lounge. And she just said, whatever, like she doesn't care. That would be an even bigger issue than whatever he's going to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Please begin.
Children, please take your seats. Now, today we will be covering the 3 states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases.
So far, so good.
Now, I've set up a video presentation for you to watch on this monitor.
No. Well, let's see. I'll give him a chance, but if you're being evaluated on your teaching, you should be teaching. Instead, he just turns on this video. I don't like this so far.
Now, on screen, we will be looking at the loosely packed atomic structure of a liquid.
What?
Now, I realize this can be very enjoyable, but the most, what the?
Why are
Oh,
those
goodness.
clowns hurting each other with?
Yeah, and that would be a huge deal, and the parents of these kids would probably be complaining about this. But I get it. He had to play the video in order for this to happen.
Chickens.
Yes, Josh, why?
Strike 1.
Yeah, and if I were her, I would be upset because the parents of these kids are going to complain. But then again, she just left the classroom all week, apparently, and that's a bigger issue to me. But it's funny that she's all concerned, and before she wasn't. That's pretty crazy.
I'll just move on to my next segment. All right. Okay. Now, water is one of the few compounds that can assume the form of either a solid, liquid, or gas.
Really? One of the few ones? Yeah, and my question was, when Megan did that, why did the water not spray out when she removed that part there? And now it is, but then it wasn't. That doesn't make any sense.
This would be the liquid.
You broke the faucet.
I didn't mean to. Here, I'll fix it.
No, move. I'll fix it.
Ow. Okay, yeah.
Strike 2.
No, at that point it would be like, get out. Just get out. Not, okay, let's continue with your evaluation. No. It's like, just get out of here. We'll do it another day if we have to still do it, or you don't get such a good grade.
Next,
Oh, great, there's more.
I will show you all how you can combine a liquid and a solid to form a gas.
Okay.
First, I will take this beaker of sodium sulfide
And
and
she
pour it into
switched
this
it.
jar,
Uh-oh.
which
Uh-oh.
contains 10 grams of carbon zenite.
Does it?
Note how the color changes when I pour the sodium sulfide into it.
Yeah, and I was expecting either some poisonous gas or an explosion, and they didn't tell us what she actually put there. But that's a serious deal, both for Josh and for Megan, especially. Even in this era, I think most schools did have cameras, so it would be found out what she did, and that someone could have been hurt. So that would be a big deal. Megan's little escapade there would land her probably in some sort of alternative school program, or worse. That's a serious deal there. Yeah, you see? And I saw the little nameplate there. If you saw it in Mr. Nichols, you wouldn't do that for such a temporary assignment. Even for a student teacher at college, you just wouldn't have a big placard like that on the desk.
Next.
And here I'm noticing you do see some relevant stuff on the board. Before it said something about some chores, but now it says science, safety, and you would have a lot of safety content or safety instruction before you do any sort of lab. And there in the bottom right, something about a reading assignment, which would be fairly common. Finally, some actual content. I haven't really seen that yet, really just antics. And you see what I was talking about here. You just got these random tubes and glass items with various different colored liquids in there. I've never really seen that in a classroom. Now, have I seen a lab where these were used? Yes, but you're not going to just have them sitting out all the time for anybody to mess with or for it to get broken, and it's just sitting out on display for people to look at. I do say that a lot in TV and movies. Yeah, I would have said that the second the water faucet broke or whatever, which again, I don't know why it was not on when Megan took it off, but it is now. That's not how it works.
Strike 3 and you're out.
Okay.
Hey, Josh. What's up? What's up? Good.
What do you guys want?
To give you a present.
You guys got me a present?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrapped it.
Or is it a prank? Little trophy.
A trophy with a giraffe on it?
The trophy shop was out of people.
What?
Read what it says.
To Mr. Nichols, our favorite teacher. I don't get it. Is that gonna blow up?
No, because you, Miss Hunter, quit teaching.
Forever.
And we hated Miss Hunter.
I wasn't that fond of her either because she seemed to not care. And most of that she kind of brought on herself because she is the supervising teacher. She is in charge, including of making sure that Josh here does what he's supposed to do and is appropriate with the kids and helps with her lessons that she is doing, not he's just making up stuff. That's not exactly how it works.
I thought you guys hated me.
We do. We hate you both, but in different ways.
Anyway, you want to come have some pizza with us?
And listen to Drake's next set?
Wait, you guys hate me, but you want me to come hang out with you?
Dude, we hate you as a teacher. Yeah, but as a guy, you're almost cool.
Okay.
They think I'm cool.
I heard almost.
All right, well, that's the episode. I enjoyed the realism of the teacher program. It does exist. That is something that does happen in many schools with high school early childhood education programs going into real classes and assisting in teaching. Again, the regular teacher would not just leave like that. I do also admire him for wanting to challenge the students. He just needs some more training. And again, when he goes to college and learns more about curriculum and standards and effective teaching strategies, he will be able to use that motivation that he has to challenge students in more effective ways. But I did enjoy that. That one was a really good episode. Thanks again for the recommendation. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget to click the button below and subscribe. Give the video a like if you would, please. And I'll see you on the next video here on School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.